We're going live.
Are we going?
In 5,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, people of the internet. It's your one and only boy, Humble. This is the O.N.E channel, and this is the O.N E Hub Podcast. I believe I already said that. Okay, enough with this introduction. We're still on that tripartite, that first tripartite where we're looking at things from, the average comrade perspective. When I say things, I mean the nerd culture community in Nigeria, from just our normal comrade guys, just G's, people that are chilling with us in the hood. The community of the O.N E Hub Podcast, yeah. So, I thought, what? This is the podcast system. The truth is that they are not even about me; they are about the people that I'm interviewing. With me in the studio today is somebody that I have the utmost of respect for. I call him Senpai, but he says his name is Jiblings, ladies and gentlemen, please, before I disgrace myself any further in this podcast, let us head over to the main man of this episode. Senpai, say hi to the camera. So, Senpai, you're a student like me now.
Yeah, former.
Former, okay,
former,
you have left the way.
Stressful.
You have been delivered. Senpai is our resident comrade, comic book comrade. He's the guy that I go to when I'm like, Senpai, do you know when this and this happened in such and such? Be like, okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. This is when the issue was released. This is who wrote it. This is how many people that read it at the time. Anyway, Senpai, how far now? Tell us about yourself, man.
Okay, well, I grew up in US. I basically grew up, that was my home for like 20 something.
What a life.
Yeah, what a life, exactly. So, I mean, for what people saw as a school, it was just this very big place. So, my dad, former lecturer, I basically grew up in that school environment. What people see as a school, so that's my home. Very big playground for me.
Truly, what a life.
Exactly.
Just imagine life where instead of everybody's going home, and then you just do about a third.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just
I'll continue back.
My house is just 10 minutes away.
Jesus.
I always outside.
If US is your house, then you lived in a very big house.
Yes, it was actually a very big house.
It's a big school, so silver lining.
No, seriously, it was. I don't know. There are times when I was like, I wish I lived outside.
I get that.
It was like after school, you just take like 5 to 10 minutes in your home. So most times you're gisting with your friends, and I was when the gist have to go home. You're still going on like.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
I'm very sure that sometimes you follow them across the gate.
I did that a lot.
Okay, going like that.
I did that a lot.
And then when you now come back home late, you might be like, I thought you close school around 3 o'clock. Why are you here at 5 o'clock? Be like, we were.
I was with my friends. No, I was.
We were washing the board, polishing the chalk.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun for the most. Because most of what I had to do, even going to US, my house was 5 minutes away from my apartment. There wasn't any time where I had to stress myself going to.
And you didn't go late? Nah.
Okay,
I did.
I won't judge you. The closer, it's a law of physics. It's a law of physics. The closer your house is to school, the later you go to school.
You're like, I just here now. I don't have to.
Then you'd be coming for 8 o'clock or around 9:30. But funny enough, this law gets dismissed during exam time.
Oh no, you can't be late. You can't be late.
So anyway, Senpai, this is the general comrade tripartite of the entire season. So I'll be asking people this question.
what do you feel is your awakening moment, or was your awakening moment, as per the moment in which you discovered that I'm a nerd? What was your like awakening moment?
Yeah, I think when I first was this episode of Bravo that I watched. I'll say that was the first time I knew I had a flare. Imagine watching a cartoon character creating a comic book in that same episode. So that was I was fascinated by the whole comic book superhero. Because I think the being character.
That's actually very profound. No, sorry, I'm reminiscing. I still reminiscing that you discovered that you like comic books while you are watching a cartoon of somebody creating a comic book. Yeah. That's some like, I don't know, like some sort of like, it's very trippy, guy. Like fourth wall breaking kind of like the influence of a cartoon character is so profound that it pierces beyond the screens. It's
funny when anytime you think about it, every time I think about it, I tend to laugh. Like I literally got to this thing from watching a cartoon. Not like I saw my favorite artist drawing. I actually watched a cartoon about someone, looking at.
We need to find that episode. It's a monumental episode.
So that was how it started. And after watching that episode, that same day, I actually I did my own 3-page story. It didn't make any sense. Like it was just action. Just action. Nothing. There wasn't any breakdown. No character development.
Yeah, like from DC.
It was straight to the point. Why you?
I'm telling people I'm a natural DC troll. That's what I'll tell me. Okay, not DC EU. I love DC comics, but DC EU.
Okay.
These movies are fun.
I think they are.
Anyway,
DC fan.
No, Senpai, me and you, we share that MCU vibe. Don't scatter it because you want to appeal to an audience. No, he's an MCU fan. Yes, he likes DCU, but he's an MCU fan through and through.
Why? Okay.
And I banned. Let me keep quiet.
So it was after that. I think that was. I wasn't that into comics initially. After I did that, I was still back to just being
Johnny Bravo fan.
Johnny Bravo fan, yeah, and every other cartoon that they were showing back then. Then I gradually started doing more shows. Then when I really got into it, it was my neighbor. My neighbor was actually was an architect. I didn't know that he knew how to draw like comic book.
Yeah.
So there's a difference.
Yeah.
So I think my other brother was like, why don't you make and I actually went around that studio, and he brings out comic brigade. They put up there like this stuff. Right? Sketch character, right? All the first time I saw someone sketch. My head was like mind blown, like wow.
You introduced to a realm.
Exactly, like
a realm.
Oh, this is wow. I need to learn how to do this.
So like your nerd awakening moment is like it was also synonymous with your like interest in creative art, because I know you're an artist as well.
Yeah.
So like
it happened. Yeah, it happened exactly. It happened at the same time, because not only was I fascinated, I wasn't just fascinated with reading comics. I wanted to do my own thing. So
somebody was having us before saying that us nerds, every time we see somebody, do something, we don't just appreciate what they do, but like we want to do it as well. I mean, I'm like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with being, like?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, because a nerd, you're most likely going to be a creator.
Yeah, whatever it is, whether it's science, whether it's creative arts,
you're going to do something that others around that area that you're fascinated. A lot of my friends who are also comic book a lot of guys that are also into comic books who are also creators themselves. So I think in a lot of ways that tends to happen. I won't say it happens with everyone, but it tends to happen. Yeah. So that was how my own journey started. Then around the same time, so I'm not going to delve into the me drawing, practicing, and everything. I did that. I started doing that after having seen my neighbors do the sketchbook, and I started pouring like my eyes into tutorials or that videos. I mean, back then getting tutorials only is we're talking about 2007, 2008.
Ancient of this.
Exactly. Back then, when it was so difficult getting resources. So imagine the stress.
So you're truly one of those people that had a very profound awakening moment, because it was in a time where there was nothing. Not like now. Where some people, I know some guests now, they're interested in anime because one very fine boy like this, like who maybe before we know he's half Japanese, he's into anime. So because of that now, because she wants to impress him, you will like, me I like Naruto, his banker is very good. His banker. I should change my name to Trollbuster. What is?
You're very good at that.
Anyway, so we have questions here that are like to kind of like understand your own unique perspective on the local nerd culture community. Because I see you as what we call the epitome of comic book enthusiasts. I see you as one of them. But at the same time, I also want you to prove in front of the camera. Let's say in front of live television, but we're not in live television. But I want you to prove in front of the camera that you're truly a comrade. So within the intervals of 5 minutes, they're going to be like comrade trivia. And I will ask you. I've set a little timer here, and once the timer goes off, I will interrupt you, in our conversation and ask you trivia. This will test and prove your your camaraderie which you claim. So I hope you're set for it.
Yeah,
it's comic book and trivia all the way, because let me ask you, Sabi. Let me ask you anime trivia. Let me set that timer up and ask you this first question. Okay. Here's the question. This question actually is a very, very dear question to me, because I feel that generally, there's a small group of people that are still wondering this thing. But do you feel that the nature of comic book enthusiasm? Do you feel that the nature of comic book enthusiasm in Nigeria is still, there? To rephrase. What do you feel is the nature of comic book enthusiasm in Nigeria? That OG fire, that ancient of days interest still there?
Yes.
Please regale me with answers.
Okay. First of all, the comic book industry has actually grown from
True that.
ancient of days. Like I said, 2007, everything was still almost there was Space Boy Nigeria. They are the earliest comic book guys in Nigeria at the time. Everyone else was shop and comic book.
One hit wonder.
One hit wonder. You won't see them again. But
no money again, no ideas.
Funding and all that. So it was those creators. They were all the OG, the ancient. So like me too. When I started, my own book was going to do my own comic. Yeah, and that's why I wanted to. That's why when I saw my keyboard doing the sketching and everything, I said no. I have to be like this guy.
Be like you.
I'm going to make myself as good as this guy. So it took me a while, practice and everything, to get to that point when just look at your trainer. What is this level like? So if not, it wasn't good. My work wasn't good. And only to as an artist, as an fan, you have to know when you're not
as good.
You're not good. So that was what I was doing. I was trying to improve around that period. So going back to your question, the artists, the guys who create, as those guys, like they are still, of course, a lot of them are still alive doing their creating, and also they are still fans. Their children, of course, are mostly fans. And I mean, when you think about the sudden boom in superhero movies, coming the cinema,
it still goes back to all the DCEU and MCU.
Yes,
the movies are somehow accentuating the enthusiasm.
yeah.
Like, because it's true, actually, you see that there are a lot of superhero characters that nobody would know
Without the movies.
you know, they had the movies.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they think of that.
I mean, the movies are an extension of the source factor. That's the thing. So, I mean, imagine someone who is like, who has been reading comic books, the Marvel, the DC comic books when they were younger, and in the 90s and all that, and they now say, okay, a movie now. And that was it. Whenever you saw, okay, superhero movie was going to be out, like, it was this exciting.
Yeah.
You're seeing them in a realistic, a live action form. You know, even if the superhero movies weren't so popular back then because their performances. Thanks to the MCU, you had the Avengers breaking box office. Everything just follow. You know, I still remember when I went to see the Avengers. Yes,
Which I remember.
like
Forget that day. It was a school trip. Yeah, but yeah, that was.
yeah, it was. I mean, I saw the turn up was very impressive. And a lot of these people, they weren't readers, like comic book people. You know, they were just okay. I guess they saw the build up, you know, from Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
And they now.
Thor had been released before that time.
Yeah, and all of them, and there was Iron Man, there was Thor, there was Captain America.
Part 2 had also been released.
Iron Man 2, yeah, Iron Man 2. That was where Black Widow was.
First, you know, like debut.
Yeah, and I remember the scene where Black Widow was in Avengers, where Black Widow was.
Oh, okay. So our timer just went off, and okay, trivia time. Trivia time. I don't know if you can survive.
Oh boy.
Okay. This one, actually, the sound engineer here, when I was showing him the words I want the trivia to select, he said, Philip, number 9. So, I'll go with number 9. Okay, the villain Deadshot is often portrayed as an assassin for hire, wearing a red jumpsuit, trench coat, and metal faceplate. Where did he do his dirty work?
Where did he do his dirty work?
Yeah. Like, where was his dirty work usually done? Where was his normal base of operations?
Are you talking of the team he's affiliated with? Or like, I mean, he's an assassin for hire. So, I think he's associated with them.
Oh, okay. So I'm guessing the question wrong. It's more like what was like the first comic that he appeared in, not like the issue itself, because nobody has that kind of memory. But like, who was the first superhero that we saw him being facing as a villain?
Deadshot, Batman.
Okay. That one was kind of easy. I won't lie. But that was good. Batman, okay. We'll come back harder, tougher.
Don't kill me.
So yeah, but like I think to like add upon that your point you're making about, you know, the comic book enthusiasts in Nigeria. I think it was the same wildfire that spread to everybody. You know, the establishment of the superhero cinematic universes there. That's the DCEU, the MCU, all of them kind of like created a new kind of interest in comic book superheroes.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm still wondering if, you know, that it's okay to say that, you know, like the interest is also shared equally towards comic books themselves. You know, like you see, I know, yeah, you also gave a point that the industry is expanding. The other day, I counted like 22 active comic book companies in Nigeria. And nobody even is like half of them people are not aware of. Like O.N.E, we do like a full cover on them. So like I would say yes, in Nigeria, industry is more active. There are more stories going out there. There are more things happening there. But would you say that down to a fandom level, is there still interest there?
For love of the local.
Yeah.
I mean, the love for the local content is all boils down to the market.
I mean, it could be also international content as well, but more like, is the local community even interested in quality comic books?
Yeah. Like if you won't go to, I'm using the live action movies. I'm trying to fuse it with the actual source material. You go to a cinema hall and you're watching, and there's always someone, two guys at the back, or two people discussing. This is not. You're always hearing that. So they're coming around. You usually bump into them at the live action movie, and they're also the newbies, the people who got to know the characters from watching the film. There are times when you might be so curious, you end up checking out the comic books from watching the movie. So yeah, I mean, the answer to that is yes, the enthusiasm is there. There are so many comic book fans in Nigeria, and I'm happy that at least the way things are changing now. I mean, it's not something that you can say you're a nerd and people are like, you can anyhow, it's good to be a nerd, because you see the movies are raking in millions. That shows that a lot of people are coming to see. Like, I mean, it's a sign that even non-traditional comic books enjoy this story. You talk to some of them, and of course they don't know the source material like the average comic book. But I mean, at this point, they are eager to actually check out the source material, what's going on, and all that. So yeah, the enthusiasm is there, and not just for the international, but I feel that with the local,
they appreciate it.
Yeah.
I mean, I that's an entirely different question. It's good. I feel like there's a lot that's discussed about, but the truth is that yes, with time, everything will happen rather. So okay, next question is, what does it take to be a comic book enthusiast in this day and age? As in, this is our great country, Nigeria, wonderments that we live in. So.
Okay.
What does it take to be a comic book enthusiast?
Okay, first, internet.
I'm sorry.
I mean, no, seriously, you need the internet.
I don't know, like, to other people outside, like to our international audience, you'll be like, what's internet connection?
Okay. Now I'm going to answer that. Why do I say internet connection? It sounds funny, but when you think about it, first of all, in Nigeria, we don't have a comic book store.
That's what I'm telling you now. People never watching what's internet connection. They don't know that.
God, do you know how I was? I started.
Struggle is real.
The struggle is real, guy. I started watching. Sorry, I won't say watching. Around the same time, I started improving. Around the same time, I started to improve my art. Around the same time, I also started collecting comic book covers. There's this site, I believe that's still around, Comic Vine. They have this huge encyclopedia, like a big encyclopedia for just covers, and I was curious about a lot of things. So that's when I nerdy, my love for reading about comic book history and everything, that was when it started. I was getting as much information from Wikipedia, a lot of places, and I was also collecting covers. And these covers range from the early pre-World War II comic books, the action comics, the comics, Marvel, DC, even the 90s. At that time, I was a huge fan of 90s comic books. I think it was partly because of what my neighbor actually showed me. It was actually a brigade comic from 1994. And the art style then, so I really connected with the art style. So I was looking into more 90s stuff. And I was downloading so many, I had so many.
We have done without the internet.
Yes, exactly. So was how I got to know about the history of this company and comic book publishing. I started entering how to. It's the internet. I mean, there was no
the value of the internet because we don't have this so paperback.
There's no monthly comic book printing. There's no shop that you can go, hey, this book is coming out. So time I'll just go and pick it up. The closest thing I had to that was Super Strike. And that was the filling stations. And it wasn't like there was Mr. Biggs. And it's not like you are sure that every time you go there you see something new.
As far as I'm concerned, they were using it to promote their own products or like services.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of product placements.
They're not doing it because they're trying to like publish.
It's not like they had a story.
No, I'm talking about like the filling stations and the supermarkets and the other ones.
They were just using it
to. I didn't even say publish. I mean distribute. They were not like distributors. They were just as per idea there.
Yeah, as per partnership, I think the kind of tech sector had a partnership with Super Strikers, Mr. Biggs, with that time when Super Strikers was new. I think they had like a partnership with Mr. Biggs. So that's how a lot of us got to find out about Super Strikes. So went to Mr. Biggs.
We're still on this question, but a little trivia just came up here. And the question is, what period is defined as the golden age or the golden era of comic books?
I would say the 1980s, 1930s.
Okay, let me just check how they said it. Yeah. Senpai, for $1 million, you are correct.
Yes.
You're like there, like
you that 1 million. You just made me smile with that one for 1 million.
Which kind of yeah, like the golden era is officially like in the 1930s, like you said. Yeah, like late 1930s, like that. But the definitive period is between 1938 and 1956. But I mean, I didn't even expect you to be anywhere around there.
I mean, it mostly started with Superman action comics, 1938. It was like framework of every other superhero that came after.
That preceded him, or let's say succeeded him.
Yeah, Batman, Wonder Woman, about 2 years before.
Yeah, so still on this question of necessities to be a comic book enthusiast, internet aside, is there anything we need? Like to stock up? We have data, okay, stock up on data.
Yeah, data. I mean, to be honest, I don't see. Just second order thing, just your love for
genuine interest.
Your genuine interest, yes, because once you have that, trust me, you will look for it everywhere. This Spider-Man comic in my GS phone, I just saw the cover. We were in class that day. Someone was speaking. The way my eyes just went, saw it. There was this energy.
They look fine.
No, I mean, we looked at the girls, but I mean, the comics were like,
like you bring the girl like this. Oh, that's a fine girl. You bring the comic.
And you see a limited series that you won't find anywhere. And like I said, there was no comic shop. So if you saw a printed comic, like Fango.
Oh, I can relate to that. I remember the first comic book I also got to my uncle gave to me was an X-Men like volume, like an entire like volume of X-Men. Like even in that, I don't know the volume, I don't know the issue, but there was an issue there where he was married a Japanese babe.
Okay.
That's the volume. Like it was a combination of all of them.
Oh, okay. So it was like that. So
struck gold. Yeah. Our media production manager is shouting at me saying she finished and she goes into this question. Yeah, I don't get joy. Okay. Next question is, what do you feel would have happened if comic books originated from Nigeria? Like you just answered the question of the golden age being between 1938 to 1956.
Yeah.
So what if that golden age was, like in Nigeria?
I mean, if it started in Nigeria, I feel that it means that the world needs to recognize it as early as.
Just blunt like that.
Yeah, I mean,
you didn't even try to be.
No, I mean, when a lot of things. When if you say, okay, let's go back to 1930s Nigeria. Yeah, let's do that. I'm not trying to be harsh. Nigeria gained its independence. So I mean, we didn't even. I would say maybe the would have found a way to promote it.
You would have still been a British. Okay, forget the golden age. Forget the golden age. Let's say hypothetically that comic books post-independence.
Post-independence.
That's when the golden era happened, and we are the ones that pioneered it. How would they have been?
I mean, it wouldn't have been as big as.
It's not single joy.
No. Let's be honest here. It wouldn't have been as huge. The growth that it had from the 30s.
Why we say? I want you to don't sugarcoat your words. Why?
I don't think the enthusiasm would have been there, but I'm not sure the marketing and everything would have been as.
I feel like the vibe I'm getting from you here is that what you're trying to say is the same way we're not celebrating our local content here, we have been celebrating our local content there. And the whole point of the golden era is that it was the American market that was celebrating, like comic books, indigenous work in quote, But anyway, I think another alternate perspective is that Oyibo people would have seen it and be like, this is so ingenious, and we'd have stolen it like how they used to take our oil and cocoa.
No, I mean, and that's the thing. The Americans would have seen it and they would have made it something their own way.
Yeah, it will be one of those things like how they say civilization stems from Africa, but nobody cares. It's too rubbing coins.
I mean, they are very good at marketing.
Yeah.
So I believe they would have.
Let's leave this question. This question. I don't want to do it again.
Well, okay. Let me sound.
What's the goal?
Let me say something. It would have grown, but like I said, post independence, it didn't have grown as early, like the growth. When I say the growth from the 30s up until 60s when Nigeria was like a nation, there were a lot of other things that were happening alongside the growth of the community. Even in the 50s, there was a time in the 50s when there was this backlash against superhero. If you even check the records, around that period when superhero comics like that, they're mostly westerns, different genres explored, because there was this notion that comics they are bad for children. Superhero comics are bad for children. That was when Comics Code Authority was born, because there are also horror comic books being published. So they're like, these things are actually messing. There's this production of genotype. It was actually written because of comic books at the time. Comic books were bad for children. So the big problem. So
they wrote a comic book, is it a book or a comic book?
It's a book about how bad comic books are. Yeah. I mean, and it affected. That was what preceded the Silver Age, because 50s was superhero was very really popular. Then around 1958, then DC decided to try revamping the Flash arc on J. by Allen. So that's when the superheroes started coming back, and a lot of people received this revamp.
So if you had gotten the backlash in Nigeria, that would have just shut everything down.
It most likely would have done that. What
if also somebody wanted to use comic superhero stories to talk about the nature of corruption in Nigeria or oppression or anything at all, any sort of government, political.
I mean, I don't know if that pointing fingers, maybe it's I've still said, but I don't think pointing fingers at certain periods in Nigerian history would have been a good idea when you want to talk about political stuff. But yeah, I mean, if you just do maybe a comic book about everyday life back then, I feel that people would have resonated with it. Yeah. So
I think this question deserves its own entire episode.
yeah, it's actually it's a topic. It's a big topic on its own because Comic Con was actually developed. The very first Comic Con happened in the 60s. Building from the foundation of
the 30s.
The 30s up until that point, there wasn't similar to what is happening in Nigeria, where there is that gradual development. Even in the States, we are those scenarios where nerds gathered in small spots. Until Comic Con started happening, the fan convention started happening in the 60s, and other guys started creating other smaller fan conventions. Then around I think the 70s, 80s, that's when the direct happened. That's the comic book shops.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like almost 40 years after, like the inception of
I mean, like what we're actually suffering. Suffering is that the right word? The disadvantage. We're going through the same process. There was a time when the only time we could find American shops, supermarkets, newsstands.
That's even good now. Yeah. Can we say there was any only time where we could find comics anywhere?
Yeah, I mean the older people tell you, the older comic book fans tell you that there are comic book, not comic book shops, there are newsstands, magazine stores where you just see comic book shops. Comic book.
I think reading culture has really died in Nigeria.
Yeah, I mean,
reading culture in general,
to some extent, so I believe with time.
Yeah.
With what's happening now.
Okay, next question. So, can you mention a few comic book characters that in some way you relate? Can you mention a few comic book characters that in some way relate to the average, like Nigerian? Like some characters you feel that relate to the average Nigerian?
Black Panther.
That sounds so generic.
Yeah. Okay. I won't be generic this time. Spry Guard by
Spoof Comics. Oh, yeah. No, I don't know. There's using a Nigerian character.
I mean, he said Nigerian.
Okay, I wasn't specific.
Yeah, you ain't specific.
Okay, you were fine. I wasn't specific.
I mean,
how does this character relate to
it? Like, a Spry Guard is actually a university student who was killed by a cult group.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to see this.
Yeah, you need to check it out.
I'm trying to work on a story for cults in general.
Yeah, I mean, these are the things that get people into the story. Yeah, so we have that. We also have there are a lot of them I'm going to like to call, but yeah, these are two characters I know. I mean, Black Panther embodies the African tradition.
I think it's a bit generic, but anyway, now your question. Anyway, there's a little trivia here to ask yourself. What is trivia then? It doesn't look hard for you like this. Okay. Between Marvel and DC, which comic book company started this whole trend of introducing weaknesses of their superhero characters?
Marvel.
After they now be telling you that this is this and that. Honestly, I think I was discussing with some people today about how initially superpower characters were always supposed to be perfect beings.
Yeah, I mean they looked that way initially during those early years.
And then we now get introduced to people like Iron Man, that is an alcoholic, womanizer, and just generally. And
Peter Parker, he has a lot of
financial issues. That guy, he's the main character we should say relates to Nigerians. That guy was. Because I know he had to sacrifice a lot to be a superhero.
Yeah, I mean at the end of the day, those flaws that really get intrigue, that's the human side of it. No human being is perfect. So I mean, no matter how cool you look, your costume. When someone else finds out that you have flaws and there's this
we can relate.
Yeah, we can relate.
So high
exactly.
You don't feel so that's I think one of the problems that people used to have with those initial DC like writings was their initial comics were like they were always like characters that were perfect.
They had that appearance, and there wasn't that related. Like the Marvel comics that came on from the 60s, that had the normal civilian aspect of it, challenges that you go through as a person, adult, teenager. Yeah, all that really took, a lot of people took notice of that, and the stories in general were really.
Okay, last question of the day. Your 3 top favorite Nigerian comic books and or comic book companies.
Okay, comic books. Okay, let me start with comic books. I have Frigard.
I really love this Trigard.
I love Trigard.
Let's say they made a rescue because it's a rescue.
I mean the character is cool. You have Trigard. You have Guardian Prime. Okay, that's your thing. I like I like character.
I respect Jide Mattis, but that's Guardian Prime story. It's another story for another O&N segment.
There's Ireti.
Oh, I love Ireti. Good work there.
So I mean our guys are here. They're really putting out good stuff.
Yeah,
so,
they're trying.
Port Harcourt
was.
I mean Port Harcourt. I believe Port Harcourt is coming up. Yeah. They have New Prime. New Prime.
At least we released that Mission BGA, and we promise to release more stories as the future comes.
Looking forward to that.
So I guess is it safe to assume that the companies that Ireti and Guardian Prime are the same company?
Yeah.
Who is your favorite top 3 comic book companies in Nigeria?
Based on we have Vortex.
Their work is pretty good.
Yeah, Vortex.
It's just that their website is always having 1 or 2 problems nowadays.
Yeah, I mean it was supposed to be a streaming service. That's you have Vortex, Sonic Republic. I mean Spoof. These are the 3 companies that I know are really doing a lot of
like me, I love Unique Studios. I have to put that out here.
Unique. Like Unique Nigerian. Okay. Yeah. You can call Unique Nigerian because the owner is.
It makes Nigerian content. It's just that. It's just one of those G-stars for another.
Yeah, that's one. But Unique. I love the work that Unique.
Okay, I need to. This is the last trivia. What company, firstly published. My man, do I to ask questions? First company to publish Star Wars.
First company to publish Star Wars, Marvel.
Fair enough. The truth is that as I'm usually asking these questions, I don't usually know the answer to them.
The comic book or not the
comic book, not the movie.
Star Wars, Marvel.
It's Marvel Comics. You are correct. You're correct. It's just that I've seen the answer here, and I'm still answering another thing in my brain.
Okay.
I'm still putting another company in my brain. Meanwhile, the answer is here. I know why with that you've concluded and proven that you are truly, as you say, a comrade of the culture.
Yes, and I'm waiting for my 1 million.
And see, that was a slip of tongue. It was a mistake. Anyway, thank you so much, Senpai, for this lovely episode. And I'm really looking forward to having you in a more professional aspect of things.
All right.
Because, by the way, in case we don't know, he's one of the executives at the company that organized the first ever comic book convention in Port Harcourt City. So he's a big shot. The senior guy, just that today he said he's going to chill with me and just
just gonna relax. Be nerdy.
Yeah.
Nerdy.
Inside jokes. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Follow Onn on all its social media accounts and stuff. And you have social media you do social media. I'm not that old.
No. I'm not that old. Even though I look so old.
So we will have him, his socials out there for you guys to follow. Follow Hyper Creative Network. They're really a company that they're doing really profound things up and down, trying to promote creativity. And ON is all about instituting nerd culture. So we will always be that one plug that will be pushing, like different organizations, other organizations rather, that are, like in the same field as we are and supporting nerdy stuff. I don't really know how to end this podcast. I keep complaining about it. Like I said it in the last episode that I don't know how to do it, so bear with me when I say peace. That's peace, y'all.